What is up, Bachelor Nation? Welcome back after a long break. I'm so excited to talk about Peter's season with you guys. It starts tonight. I'm ready for all the Mile High Club and windmill jokes. It's gonna be a lot, I am guessing. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe because I will be talking about this whole season. You want to be along with me the entire way. Now, let's get to the action. First view of America's favorite family. They're so precious, like little baby cinnamon rolls, and it kind of like reminded me of Game of Thrones when they started to do some weird family chant, but like it worked because they're so pure and wholesome that you forget that it kind of sounded like a cult. Then he said that he's in the captain's chair now, which is that different than the pilot's chair? Like, are we on a boat now? Is it the love boat? Hannah walked out of the limo and they're playing with my emotions already. Miss Montana's trainer looks like Jeff Bezos. Of course, Chris Harrison has to start off by saying, "Hey, are you over Hannah?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally. I'm completely over Hannah." As the Bachelor producers are just in the back, like. Then a girl named Ayla comes out in this low dress just with her boobies on show, and she's talking about her grandma, and I'm like, does Grandma Rose know about your melons? One of the girls says that someone close to her said, "If it scares you, do it," so I guess I'm putting my hand in a blender. Then one says to do a happy dance, all your jitters away, and they happy dance, and my soul left my body. It was so uncomfortable. I'm calling it now. Courtney is going to be the crazy one. And right before commercial break, a girl comes up in luggage. She's literally locked in a suitcase, and Peter just watches her, like, knock on it. It's like, "Peter, open the luggage." He talks to Chris Harrison about how she fit in the suitcase, and then they talk about cutting her in half. I thought I was watching The Bachelor, but I guess I'm watching Dexter. I thought that the windmill chick was bold talking about round 5, but then we have the girl come in, blindfold him, and kiss him, and you know she's gonna be the villain. The girl he met, like, I really don't feel one way or the other about her, but the fact that he just dances with everyone, like, if they met in the hotel lobby and then he just started dancing with her, like, what kind of person is Peter? I don't get it. You bring Hannah on, and she says she has mixed emotions about him being the Bachelor, and I'm supposed to believe that she doesn't have feelings left for him? Of course she does, that's why she's here. Plus, we saw that she comes back later in the show, so who are they trying to fool? Not I. Hannah Ann got the first kiss, but then came back 3 more times for more attention, and then she asked him to end it with a kiss after she already got the first kiss, and I would say she's pushing her luck, but it looks like Peter doesn't mind it, and honestly, it's going back to that whole do the thing that scares you, and I hope that's not true in this situation, because she's scary. She talks in third person! It's just so crazy how Luke P. got some work done and changed his name to Hannah Ann. We had to go back to the only thing about me that dries my humor thing, and it was just so uncomfortable. And then I guess it was funny because then her face was wet, so I get it. Already crying. They're like 30 seconds in and they're like, "Why hasn't he married me yet?" I actually caught a photo of my face when he gave the rose to Hannah Ann. I'll insert it here. He gave Hannah the first impression rose just because he didn't want to call out the wrong name in the next windmill. So he took his shirt off and then had to wet himself down because he was so hot, and then was talking about how the planes make him feel so alive. Is he sexually attracted to these planes? Isn't it so wild how these windmill jokes never get old? Kelly went straight through the maze in this flight school thing, and how is that allowed? I would have been so upset if I was Tammy. I would have thrown a freaking plane at him, honestly. How does that fly? I don't know if Peter's in another universe, but literally every time Kelly speaks, I fall asleep. Victoria P is planning their wedding because he does the bare minimum, like asking if she's okay when she's throwing up because of a thing she didn't even want to do that he forced her to do. She's picking out her dress. Wow, yeah, it's so shocking that they're in the same hotel that they met in. It's almost like the show has producers or something that arranges these situations. Look, I have a good feeling about Madison, but inviting someone to your parents' vow renewal, how powerful are these producers? Why did he ask Hannah to plan a date? You would not have your ex plan something, especially if you still have feelings for them. What are you doing? Then, for Hannah to talk about their relationship in vivid detail in front of a bunch of girls he's trying to date, like, no, I'm so uncomfortable. Then she makes the whole thing about sex, and it's like, no, 1, they don't have to talk about that. That's very personal. Don't make the whole date about that. And 2, like, she went into detail about that too, and it's like, no! Then obviously we see the two of them just having an emotional deep talk backstage, and you know that they're both still in love with each other, so why are we doing this whole charade of having another season if they're just gonna end up together anyway? Hannah comes back and, like, well, part of me does want them to be together. He doesn't deserve to be anyone's third choice. Like, he deserves someone who only wants him for him. And this whole backstage conversation about them talking about why the relationship ended and how she had regrets about it, and she wanted to go on a date with Peter, but Tyler was the one who reached out, so she thought that he didn't like her still. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. But at the same time, she could have reached out to him and just been like, yo, like, do you want to date? Like, if she really wanted him, she could have reached out, you know what I mean? And I knew on After the Final Rose that there was a spark, and I was like, they need to be together. And it's like, at this point, I'm watching it and thinking that they, like, could possibly be together, but then I remember there's a whole entire show left, so clearly he didn't stop filming, so he wasn't super confident about them, which makes sense because she could have fought harder for him, okay? So he deserves someone else, even though part of me wants them to be together because they're really cute, but he deserves someone who wants him 100%. And with that, that was the 3-hour premiere of The Bachelor. Wow, I'm so freaking invested in all of this, and it's like kind of unbelievable. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe because I plan to react to this entire season. You don't want to miss one windmill second of it. Subscribe.